Once upon a time, in a lush and magical forest, there lived a sparkling fairy named Flora and a clever gnome named Grizzle. Flora's wings shimmered like morning dew, and Grizzle wore a hat that made him look like a walking mushroom. They were the best of friends and loved embarking on new adventures. One sunny day, as Flora and Grizzle were playing near the enchanted stream, a tiny, worried dragonfly buzzed up to them. "Help! Help!" it cried. "The princess of the fairy kingdom is trapped in the dark castle, guarded by the red dragon." Flora's eyes widened with concern, and Grizzle adjusted his hat. "We must help her," he said. "Let's gather our things and set off." Flora brought her sparkling wand, which could light up the darkest places, and Grizzle packed his trusty map and a jar of his famous pickled mushrooms. They set off toward the dark castle, which was hidden deep in the whispering woods. As they journeyed, they encountered a wise old owl perched on a tree branch.
"Where are you going, little ones?"
asked the owl. "We're going to rescue the princess from the red dragon," Flora explained. The owl's eyes twinkled.
"The dragon is fearsome, but there's a secret way into the castle. Follow the path of glowing mushrooms. They will lead you to the hidden entrance."
Thanking the owl, Flora and Grizzle continued on their way. As dusk fell, the forest grew darker, but Flora's wand cast a warm golden light that illuminated their path. Soon they spotted the glowing mushrooms, their soft blue light guiding them through the forest. The path led them to a hidden cave entrance covered by thick vines. "This must be it!" Grizzle exclaimed. With a push, they cleared the vines and found a narrow tunnel leading down into the earth. They carefully made their way through the tunnel, their hearts beating with excitement and a little bit of fear. The tunnel opened into a grand, echoing chamber filled with ancient, cobweb-covered treasures. Suddenly, they heard a rumbling noise. Flora and Grizzle turned to see the red dragon. With scales as bright as fire and eyes like molten lava, sleeping in a pile of golden coins. The dragon snored loudly, making the whole chamber shake. "We need a plan," whispered Flora. Grizzle thought for a moment and then pulled out his map. According to this, there should be a lever hidden among the treasures that opens a secret passage. With careful steps, Flora and Grizzle tiptoed over to the dragon's treasure pile. Grizzle searched through the coins, his little fingers brushing against something cold and metallic. He found the lever and gently pulled it. A hidden door creaked open, revealing a secret passage that led straight to the castle's grand hall. Flora and Grizzle sneaked through the passage and emerged into the castle. They were in a beautifully decorated room with tall windows and grand tapestries. At the far end of the room, in a tall tower, the princess was locked in a golden cage. Her eyes lit up with hope when she saw Flora and Grizzle. "Help me, please!" she called out. Flora raised her wand and, with a sparkle, unlocked the cage. "You're free now," she said. The princess thanked them with tears of joy. "How can I ever repay you?" she asked. Grizzle grinned and said, "Just being able to help is enough for us." As they made their way back through the castle, the red dragon, still snoring, remained unaware of their escape. Flora and Grizzle, along with the grateful princess, carefully retraced their steps to the hidden cave. When they finally emerged into the forest, they were greeted by cheers from the forest creatures who had heard of their brave deeds. Flora, Grizzle, and the princess celebrated their success with a grand feast under the stars. From that day on, Flora and Grizzle were known as heroes throughout the land. They continued their adventures, always ready to lend a hand and make new friends. And though they faced many more challenges, they knew that together, they could overcome anything. And so they lived happily ever after, their hearts as bright as Flora's wand and as warm as Grizzle's pickled mushrooms. The end.